Joe Biden spoke at the Morehouse College on Sunday to a mostly black audience, and he took the opportunity to tell them what? That they were probably screwed after college because the system's gonna keep them down. Luckily, Bill Maher roasted him. Take a look.
I'm relieving the burden of student debt. Many of you have already had the benefit of it, so I can chase your dream and grow the economy. When the Supreme Court told me I couldn't, I found two other ways to do it. What is democracy? If black men are being killed in the street, what is democracy? The trail of broken promises still leave black communities behind. What is democracy? You have to be 10 times better than anyone else to get a fair shot. And most of all, what does it mean, as we've heard before, to be a black man who loves his country, even if it doesn't love him back in equal measure?
Well, let me ask you this: Do you think there is a purpose to him being so stark and bleak?
I think it's not helpful.
Yeah.
First of all, it's anachronistic. I mean, that speech would have made sense some years ago. I think we should acknowledge that racism still persists, and we should always be making remedial remedies for it. But we're not in the past. I always keep saying, let's live in the year we're living in. We're not living in the year where you have to be 10 times better to succeed if you're a person of color. And in some instances, it's an advantage.
Yeah.
In some places, it's not an advantage. But we're not living in that world that he's talking about. And I don't think that helps anybody.
Yeah.
So according to Joe Biden, you have to be 10 times better as a black American or a person of color than a white American, which is completely unfounded. The fact that he would even say something like that is so ridiculous because it can be completely fact-checked. And as Bill Maher said, in many cases, it's actually an advantage to be someone who is not white right now. And that's clearly true when it comes to college admissions, which I'm sure those people knew. And it's also incredibly true when it comes to getting a job, which these people are also going to find out, because the DEI initiatives, even though they are starting to come kind of full circle and people are realizing it's kind of crap, they're still really prevalent in corporate America today. And so it's really an advantage in a lot of cases. No one wants to hire the white male. No one wants to hire someone that looks like me. I'll just say it out loud. That's why I'm self-employed. And so at the end of the day, what Joe Biden is doing is what the Democrat Party has done for a really long time, which is that they have this attitude of it's the soft bigotry of low expectations, which for whatever reason, and they'll say things, this is just one example, but they'll say things like black people can't go out and get an ID card. That's why we can't mandate IDs for voting. And it's like, I'm sorry, do you not believe that black people are capable of going and getting an ID? And there's a lot of really funny people, like a lot of funny black creators out there who have made kind of memes and videos about how ridiculous that is. But people actually believe that. They actually believe that going out and getting an ID is racist. And Joe Biden is saying that. He's one of the biggest, people who are pushing this agenda forward, saying that black people are actually less capable than white people and that the system somehow is shoving them down. So it's actually really racist and absurd. But I think the other crazy thing about it is that the benefit of keeping people down in society for the Democrats is really apparent. The incentives are there for them. Obviously, they want the black vote. And if you tell people over and over again that they can't succeed, it doesn't actually do anything positive for them. Even if it's true, which I don't believe it is true, but even if it were true that black Americans were being systemically oppressed in America, telling them that and telling them that you're screwed no matter what you do. I mean, he's literally looking at a group of college graduates. And they're about to go forth into the world. They've been educated. Hopefully some of them actually got real degrees and didn't get degrees in lesbian dance theory. But assuming that some of them got actually real degrees, most normal people would want them to go forth and get a good job, be productive members of society, and do well for themselves. But instead, the message that Joe Biden has for them is you're screwed. And you're screwed because of your skin color. And I don't even understand how someone could listen to that and not be offended. And he's essentially saying that it doesn't matter what you do, your skin color is what holds you down because of the system that you're in. And he's saying that as somebody who has been in Congress for like 50 years. He's literally been, he's held, other than during Trump's presidency. He's literally been in the government for over 50 years in our country. And so if he's saying that, then, and it's not true, but if it were true, then what does that say about Joe Biden and what he's done for them? So I found it completely insulting for him to stand in front of a big group of people and say, you're screwed, there's nothing you can do about it. The education that you've gotten basically isn't good enough. Unless you're 10 times a white man, then maybe you'll do it. When you tell a whole group of people that they can't succeed no matter what they do, you're just holding them down. It's not the system holding them down, it's you, and that's what Joe Biden has done from day one, and Democrats continue to do it, but ultimately they're going to fail. People are catching on to this. That's why DEI is failing. That's why people are voting red, especially this November. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you got a little bit of value or entertainment, go below, subscribe, like, and comment your thoughts on this speech by Joe Biden. We'll see you next time.